And they're starting off with a friendly taunt. Like you mentioned, they meet each other a lot here, so they're going to be used to it. Orb versus Hammer is a hard one. Orb just too quick on it for the Hammer to deal with a lot of times. But Elsom is going to be the one that opens up this stock with the damage. Nair. Oh, I was hoping for the third one. Side thing. Even better than the Nair is what's going to come through.
More damage on it. Big
Another
side air. Okay, the boat
Another
bar.
side air. I was right. I was just right. This
Yeah,
is the
you're
salt
so
pick.
smart. This is why we brought you out here.
This is the salt pick. Another GC side stick, and he's looking like a goat on the Bodvar. Every region has a Bodvar. I don't even know why I said that. Every region has all the Bodvars. Everyone has
Every region has multiple boat bars.
Stomp side air is going to be the side air that takes it this time. Multiple siders. The damage rack up has been crazy so far from him, and he's staking in that sword. I don't even know why I mentioned the matchup. He's making it look like it doesn't matter. Yeah,
he is unperturbed. He's coming in. That hammer was looking so good, but right now he is going in unarmed against Doggo. Finally picks up another hammer, and Doggo's got to find something big. He was going for the offstage. We saw him pull Elsom off to the side, but it didn't quite work out for him.
Down air is going to come through. He goes for the ground pound, and he's done a good job of eating up the damage before it got too far away. But he's still not a KO percentage.
Didn't get the dodge read he wanted. Again, using those active inputs to keep Elsom on the side.
Interesting weapon throw. I think he wanted to turn that around last second, but couldn't get the input off. The recovery is going to send pretty far. Not far enough for that weapon throw to make sense, but the orb in hand, side light, side air is going to be the option. He doesn't find a KO off of it.
Oh. And sick thrown out. Elsom was ready for it. Fantastic dodge and got the neutral air for the punish. He's going unarmed. Okay, finally picks up the hammer. Scoop up. Could get more extra credit.
This extra credit you're talking about, it's racking up, and you can see Elsom just trying to use movement a lot there, not trying to get hit, but he does finally get the N-Sig off Doggo, knocks Elsom off the top, and the stocks are even.
Yeah, really good play coming out on both sides. Elsom was, honestly, for a little bit there, it looked like Elsom was playing with Doggo. He's like just doing dash jumps around him, really just trying to mess up Doggo's mental.
I mean, he opened up with a pretty, he was sure of himself when he opened this up. He looked very scary. Doggo now the one that looks really scary. He's not doing as explosive of plays as Elsom, but the hits are landing. He's getting a lot of damage up to make it this even.
I don't, I'm a lot older than you, but do they still tell the story of the tortoise and the hare?
Yeah.
Does that still happen?
You're not that old. You're not that old.
Dude, I'm like ancient in comparison to you. I've watched you grow up. All right.
The tortoise and the hare is still.
That's what's happening right now. Because Elsom came out as that hare, right? Big burst out, but Doggo's coming in the tortoise, like slowly racking up that damage.
He went too far and he went too fast, and that recovery was a bit too fast, so it gets caught off by Doggo with the ground pound.
All right.
Elsom left unarmed here. A completely even game. Elsom going to find the first bit of damage to change that, but the orb does more.
Yeah, got a nice two-piece back-to-back. Elsom coming in with the hammer. We haven't seen that same momentum that he had with the initial hammer hits. Instead, clashes out against Doggo.
And so far, he's just been getting mainly these small hits, these orb sidelights, and he's choosing to turn the...
Oh, that caught him!
Let me stop talking about the sidelights. That down six. The Bodvar special. The orange knockout on Brawlhalla to add on the injury.
That was so good. He slide charges it so he's closer to the sidewall, gets it just enough that it peaks up, catches the feet of Doggo, and that's a huge W for Elsom.
Doggo was looking pretty strong coming back into that game, but Elsom, he had that one in the pocket. He said, let me whip this up real quick. Forward, then back. That's the KO immediately. It wasn't even a question. As soon as I saw it hit, I was like, he's knocked out. He's knocked out.
He's gone.
He's knocked out.
Small Brawlhalla. I mean, he's so close to that side wall, and man,
that sig is insane.
All right. Well, you know what? He puts himself on the board, marching forward, trying to turn that 10-4 into a 10-5.
PR. What's a PR? I'm winning this one. He doesn't care. We're keeping the same picks here. Why would you switch on win? Fate for Doggo, Bodvar for Elsom. Didn't get a chance to see the map, but
small Brawlhalla.
He's feeling it.
Yeah, I don't blame either side. Elsom, of course, looked good at the start. He had that fantastic KO at the end. Doggo had a great middle game where he was bringing out that damage. So, of course, both sides going to keep it.
The orb in hand. He's been playing this orb a little interestingly. I've mentioned before that he opts a lot for the sidelight downlights. Instead of that higher damage, he gets a bit more string potential, but he didn't do it that time. He went for the sidelight side air, and it got him a lot off that stock into the N-Sig, into the edge guard.
Yeah, it goes for the sidelight downlight, like you said, read potential, right? We saw him go for those recoveries, go for all sorts of mix-ups, and then when he wants the stage control, when he wants the KO, sidelight side air.
Side air on Scythe is going to get him a bit of damage, but not too much as he switches back to the orb and he racks it up.
Oh man, Elsom struggling right now. Will pick up the sword finally, but he is getting lapped.
Yeah, Doggo's sitting too comfortably. He took that first stock on the light yellow, so he has a lot to work with here. Beautiful switch up from Elsom there, and he gets him that entire stock. That was a beautiful wake up on the edge guard there. He was not going to let Doggo come down there for free, and he immediately turns it off by catching his recovery as well. Down like ground pound, recovery is not going to be just it, even on Brawlhalla. Doggo looking to KO him here.
Gets the stage spike. I don't think Doggo wanted that one. Going for the unarmed, both of them, but Doggo gets the KO. Side air, full stock advantage to Doggo.
Weapons in favor of Doggo as well as Elsom gets back here on the stage. He's just kind of feeling it out. He doesn't want to rush for that weapon. He gets the sword, and the end lights start coming through. Another one.
Catches the spot dodge. Endlight has more active frames. Offstage opportunity, doesn't get the positioning. You saw the spot dodge, potentially hoping for like a gravity cancel downlight. Didn't quite work out.
Stomp Sair. The Sair just a bit too low. That Sair's going to do it though. Sends him off the right, and this game is still possible for our boy Elsom.
Yeah, this is really anyone's game. Elsom with a weapon advantage. He really brought this back. He was a full stock behind at the start of this.
I mean, that's the power that comes with having that hammer in your kit. You can always look for those early KOs and high damage output. He has the sword now this time, and he's getting these dodge-in punishes with the end. Like, you've seen him punish a bunch of spot dodge and dodge-ins, and he's finding even more for himself. The extra credit is completely gone. We're doing equal curriculum today.
Yeah, both of them in the same class, taking the same courses. Elsom gets the unarmed, though. Doggo denying all sorts of weapons, wants to keep the older orb.
Side sig. That's the first one we've seen, but it doesn't get punished. Kind of unexpected from him, but you can see it now. That side sig, we've seen that a couple of times. It's connecting a lot. He's getting a lot of value off of this Bodevar pick. Sidelight side air is not going to do it, even with Fate's high force.
And Doggo kind of looked like he thought it was over. You saw him dashing back, thinking he was done. Another side air, not done just yet.
I feel like the next one's definitely going to take it there, but Elsom also sitting in the same spot. That recovery is not going to be it. It leaves Doggo unarmed. The sidelight catches him while he's trying to land. He doesn't have enough to get back to the stage. Beautiful.
Yeah, if Doggo was any later with that sidelight, Elsom could have gotten the stage touch and gotten all his jumps. But Doggo able to tie this one up one apiece, but Elsom's looking good.
Elsom is definitely looking solid, and he's definitely threatening Doggo in these engagements. That recovery that he went for in the last stock there, any more damage, and that could have been a KO, especially on a map like Brawlhalla, which we're going back to for the third run around.
Yeah, they want to keep this one fast and close as we go into game number 3. Again, same characters. And Doggo's got the weapon advantage. He started off big in game number 2. See if he can do it again.
Ooh, this time we're opting for the offstage. He goes.
Oh!
It's anyone's game. It's anyone's game off there.
What? He was done. The sweat beads were out. Elsom got too close, and the Nair active input actually gives Doggo not only the chase dodge, but the stop.
It takes everything. It flips him back around. That active input is such a threat on Scythe. You can't go off there that freely.
Yeah, you got to be careful about those Scythe off stage.
That's going to be a huge lead and momentum shift for Doggo as he tries to play this the 3 stock that he's holding to Elsom's 2.
Who goes for the down sig there. Doggo gets around it, got over to the wall, so he'll be able to survive for a little while longer. Punish opportunity.
GC down sig is going to be used to make an extra stage there for himself, and that's what a lot of players have adapted to doing lately. They know they don't have the time to make it back to the stage. I don't need to make it back to the stage. I'm just going to GC right off the edge and try to get the punish the same exact way.
Yeah, I mean, if they're not pressuring you, sometimes just kind of vibe a little bit in the off stage, but Elsom does find the side air, waiting a little bit before he denies weapons. It's going to be the sword for Elsom.
Elsomson already on the red here on this stock. The side stick's going to come up because that's what you do when they're in the red. You look for those KO options, and Doggo has a lot on this orb kit. He's going for these Sairs. The sidelight side air is going to send him to the left.
Doesn't even put him off screen, though. Goes for it again. Elsom with a great spot dodge. He's getting some good punishes, but the end sig from Doggo is just a little too much.
Man, that end sig is terrifying. I have flashbacks of that end sig. I've been in multiple sets, and that end sig comes out. You're not even expecting it. They'll sit on it the entire time, and it'll come out of nowhere. It's that fast. It's that scary. The end sig is going to get him that stock there, but it's not. over yet for Elsom as he fights his way back to the stage. He's evening up what damage he can with this sword, but he's on a stock deficit here. The damage is not the end of it.
He is keeping this one close. Nice chase for the side air. Has some good damage built up. A downlight side air might be enough. Goes off stage for it. Doggo with the punish.
Down air. Another down air. He's trying to get this KO. You can see it. He's going for these down airs. The stairs going to send pretty far. The weapon throw is not going to be it. You saw the sweat beads come out from both sides there, so they're going really risky with the off-stage play. Doggo allowed to be risky. I don't know if Elsom has that freedom.
Yeah, I know that sometimes you want those off stages, but it's a downlight recovery that gets the stock. And he's sticking with the sword again? No, it's the hammer this time for the final stock here in game number 3.
He's looking for what he opened this set with. He's looking for that high damage, high risk. Multiple nairs into the side sig maybe, but he doesn't find it. Doggo swiftly with the side air is going to take that game pretty fast. Are we going to see the Fate come out for the Fate Ditto?
I don't know. I mean, when the set count is so in favor of the other person, do you really want to try that? Especially because at the end of the day, Elsom's still looking decent. Like, even that first stock, if he didn't go off stage for that final hit, he would have had a huge lead.
That game was definitely close, ignoring that stock happened, right? So maybe it's not a character thing. Maybe he wants to stick on the Bodvar. He hasn't picked yet. He's a Fate main. That's the pick that he came in expecting to be played. So the Bodvar is surprising to us, but it's looked really solid. I wouldn't be surprised if he kept to it. The hammer's doing a lot of work. The stocks are being taken and kept pretty even. He always has a chance to come back.
Dude, I'm looking at these graphs coming out from that last game. Look at the tiny triangle that is Elsom's first stock. It's so tiny.
I mean, you can say that's what caught that. That was the
magnifying glass for that.
Because look at the rest of them too. Like you mentioned it, and then look at the rest of them. They're even. The damage is going through on both sides. The stock's being taken on both sides. So when you look at that little sliver right there, you got to know that that is what caused.
You can't even see it. Look how you straight up can't see it on camera.
That's just your finger, bro.
It's right there.
They don't know what you're talking about. That's your finger.
You can barely see it.
That's your finger. What are you talking about?
It's so tiny. That first stock is nothing. But like we were saying, if he had that first stock, I think there's a chance for Elsom to take it.
Yeah, that's a totally different game, and he feels that way too because he's still on that Bodvar.
Yeah, he's playing out. Change the color scheme. You know what?
It was the yellow. It was hurting his eyes.
Yeah,
it was hurting his eyes.
He was blending into the bright sun here a little too much.
This time, the brown and the red that comes with that brown color scheme is going to be what makes him win. No, he's looking at it.
That's the level up. The good chase. Elsom's going full aggro against Doggo right now.
Oh, we got a hammer skin swap too, I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's a Taros hammer.
The Holly Jolly. I know you used to rock that skin. That was you queued into a Taros with that skin. You're like, is that dude? The down air is going to scoop him up and send him off the top. The second one's still not going to find the KO just yet, though.
Yeah, some big nairs coming out from Elsom. He's got the opportunity here to get that lead. Oh, good spacing from Doggo. He was eating a couple of those side sigs earlier.
Another down air. We've seen him going for these consistently. He really wants to find that KO with it. He gets rid of the hammer completely there with that weapon throw for the edge guard. He picks up the sword.
Who goes a little too far.
That was a really nice down air. I actually did not expect that. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was quick. Almost caught Elsom off guard, but he was able to dodge that final hit. Wake up side air, and Elsom gets the stock advantage.
Side air is going to be what takes that stock. He's going to go for the weapon starve here and keep the sword, actually. He's been finding a lot of damage back up with it. But he's been doing that with the hammer, too. I feel like there's not one weapon you're expecting to see out of Elsom's hands here. As we say that the sidelight and light is going to be a bit of damage, and that GC downlight is so beautiful. That's a sword player classic.
Yeah, so good. It's great because you get that spot dodge right, and then you also get that extra height. So if they jump a little bit, you'll catch them, or if they stay grounding, catch their face. But either way, he's getting great damage on Doggo's second stock.
Elsom switches to the hammer now. He finds the side light and he tries to wait out to go for the recovery just there. Side light, sider, still not going to take that stock. Elsom is sitting so comfortably, goes for the edge guard, and that was a bit much there as he gets punished by the down air.
Yeah, really good down air coming out from Doggo, but he is playing from behind. He needs to get damage onto Elsom, otherwise this might be a Game 5 situation.
Both kind of feeling each other out. The recovery is not going to connect. It ends up actually getting punished by the scythe recovery. That scythe recovery, a really good move to throw out an angle like that, because it catches just a lot of options. If he stays stationary, it's going to catch him. If he moves down at all, it's still going to catch him. Now we're playing this game off stage. Doggo opts out of it, even though he has that scythe.
Oh, more
and he
dares.
just
Weapon
goes back
toss.
onto it.
Not done yet. Oh, it is. Elsom did not have the jumps. The weapon toss denies the movement, and Doggo suddenly has the lead.
Now, that was pretty interesting because Doggo goes back on stage. They're like, nah, I don't want to fight you off stage, actually. But then he goes back on stage. Tricked you. Gotcha.
Little indecision that works out for him. You know, he's like, I don't know what I want from the ice cream shop. I just know I want ice cream.
Ice cream is always good. So hey, edge guard is always good. So he goes off stage and he gets what's good for him. Sidelight Nair is actually going to be the option choice there. We've been mentioning how he likes to switch off these options off the sidelight. Orb allows you to do that. It gives you a lot of freedom on hit. It's like a string weapon, but it's not, right? It's that weapon, the false identity, right? It has that option to just go for combos, but you also get the strings.
Yeah, you can kind of mix it up, mix and match, see what you want to do with the orb. But right now, it's the scythe that Doggo wants to finish off game number 4 and put this one away. Elsom with the hammer in hand.
Elimination bracket stock for Elsom here, as you did mention this is a game 4. It's already 2-1 in Doggo's favor. The scythe racking up even more damage, and now he's looking for this KO. Elsom in a dangerously red spot.
He's got to be careful about these sidelight side airs. It's a recovery, and Doggo closes it out. 3-1 continues on in the bracket, hopefully getting him closer to that flight.
Very nice off-the-ground recovery from Doggo here to take that for himself. Elsom put up a really good show and woke up and was feeling himself in that first game. He was going crazy with it. Even that down sig, if we remember, was very clean. But Doggo, like you mentioned, the rabbit and the... I was about to say the rabbit and the tortoise.
The rabbit